going on, people? Welcome to the United Stand. Normally this would be the road trip, but I think we've done a bit more than road. We've done air, land, sea, all of that stuff. And we're here inside the Astana arena. Players are behind me, taking up training. A lot of young debutants. We've been into the presser with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. Got a question in as well, make sure you check that out. He said there's going to be at least 3 debutants today as well, youngsters. He's brought a young squad, man. Loads of people saying things on Twitter, oh, he's trying to do this, he's trying to do that. Look, this makes this game much more exciting. This is exactly what he should be doing. We are through to the next round of the Europa League. Why bring anything other than what he's brought here? Fantastic, you know, to see the young players. It makes it more exciting. It gives us something to buy into. Give some players some debuts, and obviously players that need a lot more game time on their hands. So you're looking at the more senior players in that group. You're looking at Mason Greenwood, you're looking at Jesse Lingard, you're looking at Gomez, you're looking at Chong, Garner as well. I expect most of those to start. Ollie said so in his presser, and obviously Lee Grant's starting as well. So it's a good chance for Ollie to give some minutes to those players, and most importantly, debuts, man. That's what we want to see. I know the young lad Max Taylor, what he's come through as well. We're going through cancer, and I love it. I don't want to just focus on the cancer bit, because that is something he's already said in a few previous interviews. He doesn't want that to define him, but how good would it be for him to get some minutes out here today and to get a debut for Manchester United first team. So they're being put through their paces. A bit loud. Someone must have got nuts. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I think it should be front foot, it should be attacking. Ollie said in the presser that, you know, he hopes that it'll be a difficult game for Astana as well. The Astana coach, those guys have been great for us. He's been saying as well that just because it's a young team, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be good enough. You know, the fact that they're representing Manchester United at the first team level means that they're good enough, perceived good enough to put in a performance. And Ollie's not going to bring them out here and throw them under the bus. He's not going to do that. So for me, I actually like it. I really do. Just away from this, there was a couple of little rumours saying that, I think it was Alan Brazil on TalkSport saying he'd heard that Pogba's played his last game for the club, etc., etc. Look, if that happens in January, I will be fuming, because if it was going to happen in the summer, you should have let it happen in the summer. We should have got in reinforcements. Why let him play injured, again, then prolong the injury, to then let him go in January? It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm still going to stick to my guns on that one, and that I don't think that's going to happen. If it does, I'm going to lose my shit, to be honest, because it just doesn't make any sense unless they're going to bring in 3 central midfielders in January, which is never going to happen. So I can't see that happening. But if it does, it'll be an absolute travesty, and it will just show what a mess we're in. But that's another little negative, but I just wanted to talk about that because it was an emerging story as I was leaving to come. The roof's on in here. The roof's closed, should I say? Not on. It's always on. It's closed. And I know that there was a report saying it's going to be like kind of 15 degrees, even though it's like -10, -15 outside. I tell you what, inside here is not 15 degrees. It is not. It's cold. But to be fair, it's not too dissimilar from the weather in England when it's cold. So these players can't use that as an excuse. It's an AstroTurf pitch as well. So, yeah, the bounce might be a bit different, but I'm expecting a Manchester United win, to be honest with you. Yes, the performance might not be fluid, and it might not rain down in chances. It might not be the best bit of football. But because of the unpredictability of a young side, you don't know. They could go out there and absolutely bring the game to Astana and score 2, 3, 4 goals, which is what we're hoping for. It's not going to be an easy game to predict, but I think we'll get the win. I really do. And the main thing is about injuries. You know, Jesse as well has spoken his, I think, on the United podcast on MUTV, saying that he wants to get back to creating. He wants to get back to putting good numbers on the board and being the player that he can be. He's the most senior one in this squad, arguably. Not arguably, he is. He's the most. Well, Lee Grant is, but Lee Grant's, yeah, do you know what I mean? But in terms of outfield player, first team, Jesse Lingard is definitely the most senior player out there, and he's got to shine. I know you can't just use one game, but he has to have a good game for me. Playing against Astana, who are not a good team. And you know what? They gave us a run for our money. You look at we played a very strong team at Old Trafford. We only won 1-0. And they're pretty much going to have the same team, apart from I think their best player is out. But, you know, they gave a decent account of themselves, so we know how unpredictable we can be. So it's going to be in their backyard. You know, their fans are going to be up. They know they can't go through. But Manchester United are in town, and they don't care that it's our under-23 squad pretty much, or half-half. They don't care. So for me, it's going to be really interesting to see if the senior players can step up. You know, Mason Greenwood's done well. Greenwood got his goal against Sheffield United as well, and got the equaliser. And it's a great chance for Mason again today. You know, he's been taking his chance all year round. Anytime he's been asked to play in the difficult games, he's scoring, you know, and he spared our blushes against Astana at home, so damn right he should get his chance here. Want to see Gomez as well. He's been frozen out a little while. He's been injured for a little bit, but he hasn't played too much. And you know what? Spotlight Chong. I'm going to say this because Chong got given quite loads of opportunity on tour. He was in the team pretty much every game, and then towards the beginning of the season, he was on the bench a lot and had a few substitute appearances. Started against Rochdale. I think he started at Astana home, and it didn't quite go to plan for him. Haven't seen him since. Boys is having fun there. He's still got the hair as well, Josh, which is good. He hasn't chopped it off. I don't think he's done let me just chop it off and see if I can up my game. But the spotlight is going to be on him, Chong. I saw a couple of rumours, you know, him going to Juventus or looking for a move. You never know, but so far, out of that core group of youngsters, he maybe looked like the one who wasn't maybe as ready as we thought he was. So this is another chance for him to impress. So loads on the line today. I want to see debutants, I want to see energy, I want to see, more importantly, goals for this young team. And on top of that, we can't get carried away. We can't. You can't. If we win this 3-4-0 with the youngsters, I don't want to see, oh, play this player, because you know what it's like as soon as a young player does well. And lastly, I want to touch on Luke Shaw. I did see him running out for a warm-up. Said, good to see you back, Luke, because he's been injured, which is obviously good. Interesting for him because this is his first game back. I should imagine he'll start. I would have thought so. Unless Ollie thinks he's not quite ready. I would have thought he would have started this game. And with Brandon Williams doing well, is it too early to say he's got the nod? I think he's got the nod out of circumstances, but he's definitely had the nod over Ashley Young at Sheffield United. But Luke Shaw coming back is going to be very interesting where his future lies, because he needs to keep himself fit firstly, but he's going to have to play himself back into the team. Whether it's ahead of Ashley Young or whether it's ahead of Brandon Williams, Luke Shaw's got a job to do, so he's going to have a good game as well, but most importantly come through unscathed. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go with a prediction. I'm going to go 3-0 Man United. That's what I'm going to go with. I think we'll get the job done. And we get back to England, and the big one is against Aston Villa on Sunday. So peace. Thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos, and if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.